Hi Teaquilters, it is T with Teaquilts, and today is Wednesday, March 18th, 2020. It is almost 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so if you're watching this at any other time, just know that you're watching an upload of a live chat. So, we're going to wait for people to get into the room. I set up the room a little late today, maybe 20 minutes before the hour. I've been kind of busy today, and then I accidentally fell asleep, took a nap. So I didn't get into this room as early as I wanted to. It's been long, trying days. And I see Angela Stringer is here, already commented. Hi, Angela. Let me pull this up on my phone as well. Okay, so we'll just wait a couple of minutes for people to get into the room, and then I'll do roll call. Got so much going on. I've just been bouncing all over the place, just working on this, working on that, and everything is complicated and nothing's done, you know. Hi, Maria. I know you're probably gonna, oh, they probably canceled church by now. They cancel most services and things in our area. So it is 7 p.m. No, it's 7:01 now, so we waited. And I'm getting notifications up on the top. I keep forgetting to cut notifications off on my screen here before I start recording. But let me go back and do roll call. We got Angela Stringer out of Lee Summit, Missouri. Says rainy day and tomorrow too, staying inside, social distancing. Cheryl Clute says hello T and everyone from Anderson, South Carolina. Diane 57 is here, says hi to everyone. Bonita Nance is here, says hi Miss T and everyone. Happy Wednesday. Sin Forrest is here saying hello, hello. Remo JS says good evening from Bowie, Maryland. And Carolyn Bowser says hi T and T Quilters. Phyllis Garner says hi. Phyllis Garner from Leland, North Carolina. June Billing says hi T and everyone. Giselle Murray says hello to all. Hi Giselle. Rhonda Jones says hi T, no church tonight, so I get to watch you. Yippee. I'm sorry about the circumstances though. Sylvia Henderson says hi to everyone. Michael Piccarelli is here saying hi to everyone. Saying hey, hey. Leah Bryan says hi T and everyone. Maria Mayer says hi to everyone. June Hansen says hi Miss T and everyone. And Sin Forrest also says T Quilters United. Yes. Linda Jenkins says hello everyone from Mississippi. And Carolyn Bowser says with this virus so rampant, I have stayed in and got a chance to work on some projects. That's pretty good. Kimalina is here, says hi to everyone. Pam Roberson says good evening T and everyone from New Orleans, from NOLA. I made it this time. And we've got Claudette here. She says hello T and everyone. Misty Elkins says hello everyone. Patrice Crump says hi from Virginia. Francesca Alfino is here, says hello T and everyone. Michelle Thompson says hi Miss T and everyone. Leetta says hi T and everyone. Stitching binding tonight. Yes, that's my least favorite. I had to do that on Saturday. Quilting for the Soul says hello T and everyone. My brother Ray is here. He says hey sis, I'm here, and he says hi to everyone. June Billings is saying hi to my brother. So is Diane. And LA Quinn says hello T and all you lovely folks with 3 hearts. Thank you so much. And so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Just recap of my week, because I don't really have a whole lot that I want to share other than what happened in the week. And I did get one set of blocks out of the post office today, and I got 2 other retreat payments, and I'll go ahead and read those off just because I haven't gotten to my computer to send them to people in the emails yet, just so that they know I do have it. But my week went by with making the 22 albums that I needed to make right here. So this is the first one that I made, but they're all the same. And if you don't know, and if you're interested in making these as gifts, I know some of us quilters, we are also paper crafters. I have been editing a series. I released series 4 last week, part 4, and I'm working on editing part 5. So we're almost done with the album, and I think I'm going to do a part 6 where I talk about different ways that you can make pages and bindings and just options of things that you can do with the page, but you don't need it for this particular style. So let's see. My activities for the month of March. Toward the end of March was supposed to be the busiest time of my life. So I'm kind of relieved a little bit that I get a breather, because I had so many deadlines coming in at the end of March. I had 2 workshops, a lecture, and then I also had to make some bags for somebody that was due by the end of the month. So all of those things have been postponed, and while it's sad the reason why they had to be postponed, I'm actually glad, because it gave me a chance to do some other desk work that I needed to do. So I've just pushed everything that I was going to have done in March. I've just pushed it back while I'm working on some other stuff. I did record a crumb quilt project that requires no sewing. And so I'm just going to leave it as that, because I think when I do the title, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to watch the video to see what it is. I also recorded a Crafter's Companion haul, which is for paper crafters. I ordered some mystery bags, and I just wanted you all to see what could possibly come in a mystery bag. And I think I mentioned I'm editing part 5 of the album series. I did have a scrap quilting club, not a scrap quilting club. I had a So Busy club meeting on Saturday. So it was just 5 of us that met. So we went ahead and met. None of us were sick. And so I done that. At that meeting, I actually finished the binding that I had for a quilt that I finished. I finished another quilt. So now I have 2 quilts that I finished for the month of March. And then I also quilted 2 customers' quilts for the month of March. And I'm going to hold off showing those, because when we get some decent weather, when it's not raining, for the month of March, I'll just do what I finished in March. And then making sure I got everything else talked about here. And then the last thing I have on my list of things that I'm doing is I'm actually working in the Butler system, trying to organize my files. I have been purchasing files, and then I also had some files that were given to me free on my system. You have like tags is what they call them, and you put them into the tags so that you can print a PDF, and they're easier to find, so you can like sort all of your digital designs that are borders or pantos or corners, or you can do like by topic if they're sports related, things like that. So I'm actually sitting down doing the mundane task of putting these things into tags so that I can create a PDF that I can later print, and then I'll have a book that I can actually show customers, instead of me just saying, I think I'll just pick a design for you if that's okay, which is what I've been doing, and so far it's been working out. The customers have liked what I picked, but also since they're all jumbled all over the place and not in the appropriate categories, it's harder for me to find the design. So I want everything grouped, just because that's the type of person I am. If it's supposed to be in the panto section, it needs to be in the panto section. So I'm trying to get them all organized. So let me go back and see who else has come into the room here. Angela's reminding everybody to don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much, Angela, for the reminder. Appreciate that. Diane says she's got half her blocks done. Quilting for the Soul is saying hi. Vivian Cabby is here. Hi, Vivian. Quilt Gal says hi, T and everyone. Remo is also telling people to hit the thumbs up button. Elaine Doucette is here saying hi, T. Hi, Elaine. Cian is reminding everybody the thumbs up. You guys are on it. Kevin the Quilter is here. He says, good evening, T Quilters. I pray everyone is okay. And just know that I won't be saying the actual word in my video because YouTube is putting, they're blocking content for those that are using that particular word. And I'm not an expert. I only know what they're telling me and what I can think for myself about. So I won't be saying the actual word on this live. Kelly A is here, says hi, T and everyone. Linda DeVito is here, says hi, T and everyone. Hope you are doing well. Judy is here saying hello, everyone. And June Billings, let's see, she's talking to Kevin. Darlene Former is here, says greetings from Northern Virginia. Stay safe, everyone. And Cynthia Shade is here, says good evenings and blessings to all. And Nisima says waving at T and everyone. So thank you all for coming into the live. Let me just go quickly over. I think I know what's in these envelopes here. This is from Patricia Tools. And I think it's her retreat payment. And in regards to retreat will most likely happen because this virus is supposed to kill itself when it gets hot. And so in June, it should be hot enough that this virus is gone. That's what I'm hoping. So retreat will go on as planned. And so this is exactly what I thought it was. It's Pat's it's Pat's retreat payment. Her final retreat payment is, this is the last month to get your payments in. And then this other one is from Cheryl Abraham. And I think it's her retreat payment too because she's on retreat list. And that is exactly what it is. And she also filled out her retreat registration form. So thank you so much for that. I will be sending out emails once I get to the computer and get those logged in. But if you're watching the video, I just wanted to say that it came in. And I don't even remember what number this is. I think it's like 14 or something. But I received blocks from June Hansen out of Cherokee, Iowa. So I see her return envelopes in here. Trying to make sure. So, trying to make sure I don't show the address. I don't see stamps on here, but maybe she's telling me something on the inside, or maybe it's in the bag. I don't see it in the bag. She's got a note on here. This stuff comes off the bag. All of this stuff here. Yucky yuck. It's all over my black shirt. Okay. She says, I will send you a check at the end of the month to cover return posters. They wouldn't let me prepay due to no tracking number for return. Thank you. So I knew it had to be something. And it's just weird how each post office is so different around the country. We're all sending blocks from the USA, same United States Postal Service. And we're all getting different, we're getting different things. I'm going to assume, I don't know, because I haven't opened this. 1, 2, and I think June's in here. If something's different, how many blocks did you send, June? She's got 5 packages. I don't know if they're in sets of 10, but you know, one could have extras like some people have been doing. But I'm only going to open one, but she looked like she pressed hers in some press and seal or something. Glad press and seal, that's what it looks like. But I will show you a couple of the blocks. I'm not going to show you all of them. And June, just know they're not going to come back like this. You all are going to be doing good to get your blocks back, period. Uh-oh. Look at this. The press and seal pull the seams. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to cut that off. All I got is a rotary cutter right here. Hold on. It really attached themselves. So, very nice. Look at that. One block. And I think her second block does have different fabrics. I'm only going to show you just a couple. Very nice. And she has them all sorted, I'm thinking, into 10. And I'll read and see how many she got, because I haven't, and I'll just take her word for it, because I'm not going to open all of these up. I may have to find a different bag, because that bag it was like beat up in the mail. So it's got like holes, and I don't even know if I want to put it back in here since it kept the thread. Look how much thread's in here. And the other ends are on the block. So I don't know. I'll find something to do with these. I will wrap them temporarily inside of your return. I'm going to just put them inside of your return envelope for right now, June, because I don't want to lose your sets. And put the notes back in here. All right. Thank you so much. And let me see what she's saying about her number of blocks. Okay, so good. She did send 50, so I'll just put you down for 50 blocks on my list, because I'm not going to open all of those up. Let me go back up and see who has come in. And I don't know why all of a sudden I'm just sweating. Y'all know I get hot with all these lights on, even though I got an art light right here, LED lights, LED lights. They're all LED lights, but yet I still get hot. But when I touch the lights, they're not hot. But when I come in here regularly and I don't have on the recording lights, I'm okay. So, just weird. Let's see. I think I said Judy last. Teresa Louise, I Quilt 2 is here. Says hi, T. Hi, everyone. Hi, Teresa. Darlene Former. I read that one because I read Darlene Former. Y'all know I can't remember. I said Nisima. We got Vicky Lemire. She's saying hello. Hi, Vicky. Elaine says, T, you are my Wednesday lift. Quarantine or not? Yes. You know, I had thought about coming on earlier in the week to show you all, or just to chat with you all while I was doing some of the files, but it never did happen. My good friend Kevin, he did video chat with me during the week to make sure I was okay, so I appreciate that as well. Let's see. Dee Dee Hansen says, Dee Dee Hansen here from Saugatuck. Let's see. I'm trying to skip some of the stuff where you all are talking to each other. Dee Dee says they have the virus in Africa where the temperature is currently 100 degrees. Oh my gosh. So they were hoping that the heat would help kill it. So that's not good. Appears that the idea that he kills the virus appears to be false. Okay. And like they said, the experts said that they really don't know a lot about it because it's new. They don't even have anything that you can actually take for it. So I can understand they're thinking one thing and something else happening. So Teresa says, what word can't you say on YouTube? They shut my live down today. Guess I said the word. Whatever the name of the virus is. Jada Smith is here, says, hi, T and Quilt family. How is everyone? Earlene here from Wisconsin. Stay safe to all. Yes, indeed. Jennifer says, so glad to hear you're planning to go ahead with the retreat. I guess time will tell for sure. At least for now, the plan is yes. Yes. And that's all that I can do. You know, we can only plan. They're saying if people do their part and kind of only go out for groceries or the important things that you've got to get, medications and things like that, that hopefully it can be controlled to the point where we're not overwhelming our healthcare systems. And I think that's the main problem. So I'm hoping that by June that this is all a done deal. I'm hoping. Just Grams for short says, hello everyone. Better late than never. Welcome to the chat. Doris O is here from Glen Allen. Hello everyone. Enjoy this quilting time. Yes, indeed. Dee Dee says, are you selling the jelly rolls you're making from your Facebook Marketplace purchases? I'm not sure yet because I'm not sure how many jelly rolls I'm going to actually have. I haven't cut them yet since everything was kind of rearranged with my deadlines. I pushed that to the back burner because I have some other things that I would prefer to get done faster if I don't have the looming deadlines that I had before. So I don't know yet. And Kevin says to June, her blocks looks good. He says lots of variety. Slowing Down Joe is here. Says hi T and all. June says, guess that wasn't a good idea. Learned a good lesson. It's all a learning process. I would have never thought that Press and Seal would have stuck to those blocks like that. That was weird. And I'm almost wondering, maybe I should go ahead and open them just to take it off. Because I'm wondering if the longer they stay, will it grab even more? But I don't know. Cherie from Tropic Studio is here. Hi. And she's also saying hi to everyone. Go away, Kevin. Let's see. If you all got any quilt related questions, please go ahead and pop those into the chat box because we can answer those. You'll get my opinion, and I'm sure if you read the chat box after you post your question, you'll get other people's opinions as well. Maxine Russell is here, says hello from California, sheltering in place. Thank you for the video. You're welcome. Welcome to the live, Maxine. And Cheryl says, yes, they rejected 2 of my posts. And I know Vicky was saying that Facebook is doing it too about the same word. Yeah, I know they've been doing that, but they have been, once people have said, you know, put in they give you the option of agreeing or disagreeing that your post shouldn't be there. And then people that it happened to that I know said that once they put in their disagreement that they released the post. A lot of people were just sharing news sites and their posts got taken on Facebook. And Nisima says, but in Africa, only a handful, not like everyone else. So thanks for the information. And Diane 57 says, I got food, fabric, and my sewing machines. I'm good. Yeah, I have been doing a lot of weird stuff. Like I said, I'm actually organizing the files on my Butler. When I got my Butler, it came with about I don't know about the Butler's people says you get about 250 files, but then who I bought it from had where she had downloaded all kinds of free files on the internet, so she was able to give me almost 1,000 files. And then I've been buying like files in batches, and when you buy files in batches, they're not sorted or tagged or anything. So I have been trying to go through all the files and stuff and get them into the appropriate tags. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing during my lock-in, trying to get it done in 6 days. This is day number 3, and I'm still working on it. I'm hoping I get it done. It may have to be extended. It's a lot to do when you're trying to, like, one file could go into 4 or 5 different tag categories, so it just takes a while. Tucker's Sewing and Quilting is here. That's Tucker Nace. And he has started a new YouTube channel about his quilting journey. So if you all are interested, please go over and visit his channel as well. I had put a community post up about it, and he also posted it in my Facebook page. So if you all get a chance, please go over and subscribe to Tucker's channel. And Bonita is saying that she had to go back to cooking, basically. I'm not going to keep talking about why, because I don't want them to keep pulling up the certain word. Even the word V, I don't want to keep saying. So, but it's a sad day, because the same thing I told my husband, you know, some days I cook, and then some days on his day when he decides what we're going to eat, he eats out, and he keep asking me on the days when it's his turn, what are you going to eat? And I'm like, I'll eat a can of soup, I'll eat a can of green beans, but I'm done eating out. I'm not eating out fast food. No. They have closed a lot of dine-in places, so you can only go through drive-through, but I'm just not interested in that. June says, we don't have to have no idea why they are begging. I don't know what that came from. I don't know. I'm lost. Quilting for the Soul says, congratulations, Tucker. And Kim says, I subscribe to Tucker's channel. We can read your mind in regards to whatchamacallit. And Cheryl saying that they have restaurants that will bring the food to the car. Those are just the ones that just popped up. Pamela Tabor is here saying hi T and everyone. Hi Pamela. Cherie says our schools here in Australia are still open, but we don't know how long for yet. Holidays in 2 weeks, so they're trying to hang on until then. They actually, our schools have all closed as of today, but a lot of them, about half our schools were on spring break this week. The other half would have started next week. So, and I think right now our systems are 2 weeks closed for right now, but it probably will be extended. I think because for the state of Missouri, we didn't have early testing of some people, and so it was a little worse than what they thought. So Melinda C is here, says hello T and everyone, thumbs up. Thank you, Melinda. Welcome to the chat. Quilt Gal says, when you bought the Butler quilting, didn't you have to upgrade your long arm with tracking? When you buy the system, it actually, everything that you need to make that system run is included in your purchase price. And I will be doing some, I have not officially done, I purchased my Butler quilt system video. I've just told you all in chat. I will be doing that. I was trying to wait for some things to occur with the company. I am going to start recording some of those videos because I want to do the purchase video and do my opinion on the system. Also, I want to compare it in price to other systems. I also want to give you some pros and cons of buying a system, especially a system that's not from your long arm company. So I will be doing some of those videos, and then I'll start doing some more how-to videos on the actual butler. Well, not some more. I'll do some how-to videos because I haven't done any. And that's because I was trying to wait until I got some communications from the company back. So I've been kind of stalling on that. And so since I've been so busy with other stuff, it was just easy for me to ignore the videos. But I have been working on that system. I have quilted 9 completed things. I made bags, machine cover with one. I made a bag out of another one, my practice pieces. So I used both of my practice pieces. And then I also have quilted 7 quilts on it. So I'm learning the system, and I'm trying not to just stay with basic edge to edge because I don't want to learn a whole lot. I'm just trying to get comfortable in the system because I actually want to learn the system with you on camera. So, because I think sometimes people are not very computer literate, and so I just want to show people that with basic knowledge of computer, I do have an extensive knowledge of computer teaching, computer usage. So I'm not your average computer user, but I just don't want to get too far into the program and start learning too much, and then I'm making it look real easy for you guys. So I want to make it so that if you decide to get this and you're not computer savvy, you can decide if you want to buy a computerized system. But that was a good question. Thank you so much for that. Cian has baked bread. Stores are out. Just as long as I don't have to grind flour, I'm good. And that's what I said. You know, I'll eat whatever I got. I got staples in here. I can make bread. I can make pancakes. I can do whatever. So, and I can eat just green beans out of the can. You know, I'm not picky. Cherie says, apparently children are slow to assist in its spread, so there's no threat at this stage. One case reported locally to me. Vicky says, does she subscribe to Tucker's channel? Kim subscribed to Tucker's channel. I'm just trying to skip through some of the comments where you all are talking to each other. So sorry it's pausing. Diane says that it's all drive-through or takeout in her area. Michelle the Quilter says, I just subscribed to Tucker. Thanks for the stream tonight. I made pumpkin bread with chocolate chips this week. Comfort food. In Central New York, all schools closed, including colleges. Okay. And I think they're canceling like graduations and proms now. It's really sad for the class of 2020. It's Tucker's Sewing and Quilting. It's the name of Tucker's channel. If I skipped your comment, please just post it back again. Angela says, eat your antibiotic vegetables. Animals eat grass and when they're sick, so maybe we should do that too. and Diane 57 goes, Angela, dogs also pee on that grass. We are such a crazy group. Oh. Angela's asking, does anybody know of a book that has the Cleopatra fan block in it? It is a 1930s block. I don't know off the top of my head. That's like one of those like like detail inspired question that requires a little lookup. So I can't help you with that off the top of my head. Dee Dee says she's staying put at home. Pamela said, true that at Diane 57. June Hansen says, we are all closed here. Drive-through food stores, 8 to 8 only. Yeah, and that's the other thing. A lot of places are changing their hours. So, yes. And Bonita says that she told her husband for Easter that she would just hand the plates out the door to her daughter and her husband. Yeah, because my mom asked me the same thing this week, saying, what are we going to do for Easter? And I said, you know what, we may not be doing anything. We had planned to go to my niece's house, and my mom, she likes to start her menu planning super early. But I told her, you know, we may not be meeting because it may not make sense for us to meet for Easter. Just may have to stay at home. And Diane's letting Dee Dee know, I think that was Dee Dee, I'm not sure, guys, that there's an AccuQuilt die for Cleopatra's fan. But you got to have the die cutting system also if you're going to do that. Our Quilt Guild meeting has been canceled. The Paducah Quilt Show has been postponed from April to September, in case you all haven't heard. The MQX, which is the Machine Quilter Showcase, has been outright canceled. They didn't say that it was going to be postponed. They said canceled. So, yeah. I'm trying to think whatever else. Again, if you've got any quilt-related questions, please go ahead and pop them into the chat box. We have about 25 minutes and I don't have any content because I've been so busy doing other stuff. I have not even been in this room because I've been busy working elsewhere. I've been on the long arm mostly. And people are also saying that there's paper piecing patterns that are available for Cleopatra's fan as well. Sometimes you can get them for free. So yes. Are you familiar with Lazy Angie quilt rulers? Nope. I'm to the point where if it's not some kind of technique that I'm going to do, I'm trying not to buy basic rulers anymore unless it's a specialty ruler, so I have to look it up and see. Diane says she usually goes to her niece's house, but she has 5 kids and always a house full of people, so I won't be there this year, yes. And when we do our family gatherings, it's a family gathering, so we have everybody and of all ages and from all over the St. Louis metro area, so I just don't think we're going to be probably meeting this time. So yeah, so there's going to be a virtual sew along with Bonnie Hunter and Godrum Designs. Bonita says, I have blocks with red, black, and teal. Let me go back down here. I plan to do an end-to-end quilt design. What color thread do you suggest I use for the quilt design? I don't really pick that until my quilt is done. So when I'm quilting for customers, I look at the quilt and then I decide like what color thread I want to use. So I look for the most dominant color in the quilt. That's how I pick. And then sometimes I would also use whatever fabric they have for the backing, because I'm thinking if they put that on the back, if it's not a scrappy back, and if they went out and purchased a 108 wide back, then maybe they like the color on that wide back. So sometimes I would use the thread color from the wide back. So it just depends. I can't tell you like what color thread to use on a quilt, but I know that it took a long time for quilters to be comfortable using color threads in the quilting. We were so used to using the whites, off-whites, the beige, the gray, you know, the more neutral colors. And so I have been trying to get my customers to get more into color in the quilting and not just chickening out and like using gray if it's a scrap quilt. Trying to just look at the quilt and see what's the most dominant color. And you mostly won't know that until the quilt's all pieced or you have laid the quilt, laid the actual quilt blocks out. Then maybe you would know. So I can't tell you that without seeing it, Benita. Cherie says Robert Kaufman's site will come up if you search for a free pattern, Angela. So it's Angela. I'm sorry, I got the wrong person. I kind of figured I did. Let's see. And Maria is saying that the display that was being planned in Houston may not happen. It's just, it's sad all over, but I'm just hoping that if we stay in, most people stay in like we're supposed to, that we don't have as many people out. I'm hoping that this will all be over in 2 to 3 weeks at most. And Cheryl's given a date of Sunday the 22nd. I don't know what that's for. Sharice is here. She says hello to everyone. Hi, Sharice. Angela's reading the comments from Diane57 about the grass. And she says, not eat grass. She means the greens like turnip greens, collard greens, cabbage. We are so funny. Oh, gosh. Robert Kaufman Fabrics has the Cleopatra fan pattern for free on their site. Thank you all so much for helping Angela find that. And then Bonita says, I was thinking about a red variegated thread. That sounds pretty too. Judy says she's spending time trying new things. Today I put a little leftover pieces of fabric on sticky wash away and another wash away on top and stitched it all together and then washed away the wash away. Yeah, you could do that. And if you want to make a bowl with that, like you want to make a bowl, you can just take anything like a bowl in your kitchen and you can actually put it on top of it and then mold it to that bowl, and it will also dry into a shape if you wanted it to. You leave in a little bit of the wash away. You don't wash it 100% out. I'd say you wash about 80% of it out, and then it has a little tackiness to dry in a shape. I've done a video, I think, on that. I'm going to do another video because I want to do fabric scraps like that. Kev, I don't know what the rest of these initials are for, says Bonita, pull out strands of thread that you're thinking about and lay it on your quilt, and then you will know. And that's exactly how I do mine, but I just do it while it's on the long arm. But I also know, you can tell what the dominant colors of a quilt are. And then sometimes you have to decide when you're quilting if you want your thread to show or if you want your thread to hide. So some people want their quilting to blend in and not be the star, and some people like for it to show. It just depends on the pattern and the design for me. And Dee Dee says, I think it has to overlap a lot to have no holes. You can have some holes. It doesn't have to be, but you have to have the stitching. The stitching is what's going to hold it through. So you're still stitching through those so-called holes. So you've got thread going through it. So you can have some small holes, just no big ones. And Remo JS says, just left Home Depot. No duct tape. Hold on. I think I lost my spot. Hold on. Cherie says, T, that's a really old lace embroidery machine technique. Your experience is showing, laughing out loud. Actually, I learned it from quilting because when I was squaring up half square triangles and I had all those little pieces that we normally toss, and I had a pile of them that were like batiks, and they were so pretty. And that's the first one that I actually made. And I got stuff like stored in bowls that I've made, and some of them is like up on shelves and in other rooms, so I really can't show you anything that's like close to me to get without me going completely out of the room. But I've also done the rope bowls as well. I take extra little pieces and I would wrap them around the bowl, so I was into that for a while. I don't know if any of you all have made bowls using rope. Bye, Cian. She says bye. Her battery is fading. We'll see you next time. And then Diane said, this is a great time to experiment. Yes, it is. I'm using this time to get my files in order. It's something that I didn't want to do. That's been a pain in the butt the couple of months that I've had them. But I'm like, you know what? We're going to sit down and get these files together since all of my deadlines just faded away. So I think I have something scheduled in April. I haven't even looked at it, but I'm thinking that that's probably going to be canceled too. Cherie says, I'm online teaching. It's so much. Can't wait to get back to school. Yes, one of my friends that work for the university says that they told them that they had to convert their classes to online classes for classes that had never been online classes. So it's a little bit difficult, a little bit stressful, and a whole lot more work that they're not going to get paid for. And then they've got to learn all these different systems in order to get it going. So I can understand that. Dee Dee said, yesterday I did scraps with Mod Podge that really sticks together. That's exactly what my project is Mod Podge. But I'm not going to tell you what I made with it, though. I did say that it was none-sew, so you can about figure it was going to be Mod Podge. And then Bonita says, yes, I don't want to take it over the blocks. Another thing I learned from my painting teacher is to lay out the threads and squint your eyes, and then you will know. Trivia says, I hope this is over by the July. She has a family reunion. Yes, Lord. And Cheryl says they even had to order dog food from Amazon. Wow, that's really bad. Cherie says, I need to quote. I miss quoting. I literally have no breaks. I'd rather be in the schoolhouse. Yes. You have probably less hours. Y'all are so crazy in these comments. Yes, Cheryl. She said she did rope both with wrapped and plain. I never did the plain ones because I'm such a color person, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bowls in here. I can go get 3 bowls. Hold on for just a second. That's rope. So I make these because I just thought that they were so pretty, and I got them in all different sizes, all kinds of colors, different types of rope as well, because they have the 100% cotton rope, and then they would have the rope that was kind of polyesterous, kind of hard, but I found you could still stitch over it. And this is the polyester rope. It's a little bit thinner. And then I've been taking stuff out the bowl, but you basically start in the middle making a bowl. You make like a disc that's the size of a quarter or 50-cent piece, and then you stitch an X in it to hold it down, and then you start stitching around. And then I just added some crochet yarn. I forget what they call this type of stuff. I just added it in on my last pass through. So that's really pretty. I want to put this stuff back so it'll be back on the shelf when I'm finished. And then this bowl, I'm going to show this one last because it's just plain, but this one I made in an oval. So instead of making a round disc, I made it, this piece here is my start right here. And then you just go around. And it's really pretty. I just love it. And this is just one piece of fabric. I just cut it into strips. And then on this one, I even bound my edges. I just wanted to see what one would look like finished off. And then this one here got some other fabric pieces in it. Let me take it out. I actually put beads up on the top that I hand sewed in. I think I hand sewed them. Let me see where the thread is. So that's a brown thread. Yeah, I hand sewed that in. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't come up with something fantastic. But I just love these bowls. And I got them. I got some that's giant bowls. I can hold a lot of stuff in them. And then I've got these other ones that are smaller. But I actually love them for storage. And then I'll put this back when I get off the live. So if you've never made bowls, I'm sure there's a lot of videos out there about it. But if you all are insisting on I do a video, maybe I'll find some time to do video. I am, like I said, I am going to start back doing some recording. I have been recording, but like I'm doing different topics right now. So I know I'm trying to get some more fabric related topics in as well. And then like I said, I am going to start recording more on the Butler soon. Dee Dee is cleaning up all the clutter, partly done, and master closet in process. And Remos JS says people are sealing their doors and windows. Wow. Dee Dee wants to know, can you sew over the Mod Podge? I wouldn't. Not on my machine. Mod Podge dries and it dries stiff. When it's some people will dry their Mod Podge by putting it into the oven. I don't do that either. I just let it air dry. And then when it comes out, it looks real pliable. But once it gets cool, it's going to be too hard. You can't needle through that. So I would say you cannot. Cherie says, I wanted to make the scrap photo books. I bought some stuff to try it out. Actually, like my first one was the most cumbersome one. And I think it was because I was branching into unknown territory. But I have made 22 of the small books that are like that. I made 21 of this size. And then I branched out a little bit and made this one that's much bigger. It's like got a 3.5-inch spine. And then I also made pages in here. So I'm having fun with these books. I did show you where I had already decorated this one on the front. I'm still in the process of working on this. It's still not done. So I still got to make the cover page that goes here. But I have been putting in some of the photos of, this is the very first project that we made with the Scrap Club. So I've been putting in some of the pictures of the people because I wanted, my book is going to have like everybody that's kind of in club, and then everybody else's book, they'll have group shots if they're in the picture, and then they'll have individual shots of them doing show and tell. And so then over here, I want to put everybody that's been in club from the inception, so that's why that page is still blank. And then more pictures. This was our first year-long project. It was Bonnie Hunter's, I think it's called Cathedral Stars. So I am working on that, and then I haven't done any die cuts yet. I wanted to add sewing die cuts, which I haven't gotten around to, but I have a lot of pull-out pages that I'm going to be talking about in the 6th video. And So I just want people to know, you know, there's so many different ways. Like this book also has 2 pages that come off the spine. So they're just not on the front and back like the small book. So you can make these books so many different ways, so many different styles, and decorate them however. You can even make theme books for like Disney or something like that. You've got old Disney photos. You need to do weddings. It just depends on the paper pad that you pull to correlate with your book. So they're easy to theme out. But I've done a little bit on that this week, but not a whole lot because I'm at the decorating part. And I just didn't want to pull out more stuff. I got so much stuff out, guys. It's like, don't pull out another thing until you put some stuff up. Rachel says, ooh, I like that blue bowl. Thank you so much. And June says, I'm staying away. We got Rachel Bergener. I don't know how you say your name. I'm sorry. She says, hello from Tennessee. Keep up the humor. Yeah, I'm pretty bad, especially when I haven't had people to be around. I can get slap happy real quick. And Slowing Down Joe says, Sharice, the photo books are fun. And I think the most tedious part is if you bind by using that tape. That's the most tedious part, but it's the cheapest way to go. But you could also buy a stack of 12 by 12 paper, and then you can bind a little bit easier that way. But then your paper also has a possibility of ripping. That's why I don't like to use the paper in the binding, which is what I did on this. I used paper on this 3.5-inch one, and you can see where my paper is kind of like fraying. And so what I do is I just get glue, and I'll go back and try to glue that down. And it's not coming apart because this is white paper right here that's on top. But it's like a little flaps of paper hanging up because the paper kind of tears. And there is a right and a wrong side to paper in folding, and I didn't know that, and I don't even know if I checked when I made that book. But yeah, I'm learning a lot too as I'm making the book. So I know y'all talking about duct tape and toilet paper, but I'm ignoring all those comments because y'all are too funny. And Cherie says that polyester bowl is really nice. Yeah, I really like that. And then I use variegated thread to hold the bowl edges together. Eyelash yarn. Thank you, Cheryl. Because it's been so long since I bought any crochet yarn. I used to do crochet with the eyelash yarn. I would buy a pack of crochet yarn, and then I pick one of the colors and then just buy plain yarn. And I used to make like those scarves we used to wear. They were about 5 or 6 inches wide, and they were more decorative scarves, but they actually kept you warm. But you could wear them just around your shoulders. And that's why I had a lot of that here. Still got a lot of yarn from that. But I made everyone one for Christmas in my family one year. And Bonita likes the green bowl too. Phyllis says, nice bowls. I have more rope and enough scrap fabric to wrap. She ready to do Christmas gifts. And I never did make the bowls for Christmas gifts. I don't think I ever made a bowl and gave it out. I think the most tedious part of the bowl is wrapping the fabric. So I would actually watch television while I wrapped. And so it made it go a lot easier. And I would just keep a container that had like 3/4 inch strips in it that I would just pull from. And Dee Dee is asking me, do you have a video for the bowls? No, I don't. But if I get out my heavy duty singer, see, I've never made a bowl on my baby locks, but I do have a heavy duty singer that's in the closet that's like covered with a cart that I'd have to pull out. But maybe I'll make a video one day of doing a bowl. Rachel says, never mind the blue bowl. I like them all. Those bowls are beautiful from Darlene Slade. June says she likes the bowls. Kev's also saying that's eyelash thread. Thank you all so much. Melissa LePage says bowls are lovely tea. Thank you so much. Cherie says, you're so creative, T. You inspire me so much. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And it's stuff that, you know, it's been out for a while. I think nothing is ever new in quilting anymore, because the stuff when I first started quilting I thought was new. And then I'd find an old Quilter's Newsletter magazine, which was one of the first magazines that came out, or maybe the first magazine for quilting that came out. And you find the same thing in there. They just didn't have a rotary cutter when they made it, you know. Older fabrics, but it was the exact same project. So I don't think a whole lot is really new. And Teresa says, I'm glad I didn't throw out my scrap batting, laughing out loud. Yeah, you can use, I piece batting too. I just pieced one for a small quilt. And you can also buy those strips that you can iron your batting pieces to. And it's so funny because I just ordered one, because I'm also used to, I'm so used to piecing my batting that I'm like, I'm not going to waste my money buying that. And so then I bought a roll of it, and it's even over by my long arm. And you know what I did? I came in here and sewed the batting together. Just a creature of habit. Just terrible. And Cherie says, they already know not to touch my fabric. They're not stupid. Remember cloth diapers. Beautiful. Love the binding on the bowl. That's from Diane. Jada says, T, could you do a video of the hodgepodge baskets? Are you talking about these rope baskets, or are you talking about the ones? I did a video on where I used threads to make the one where I used the 2 pieces of water soluble, and I even quilted it on my long arm. So I do have that video up already where I made a bowl. These rope bowls are different. If you're talking about the hodgepodge baskets, it's already a video up, but it's made with threads, but you can use fabric scraps instead. And I've done them both ways, but I just don't have that type of bowl in here in this room. I like the rope bowls for more sturdier storage, and I use the other bowls for light things, like if I'm working on half square triangles and they're just my chain on and off pieces, then I use that, but I don't have that in this room. It's in the other room. Tiffany is here. She says, I'm probably way late. Yeah, we're about to sign off. It's after 8. I'm just trying to get through some of the message, the chat box. Linda Jenkins says she would like a video on making bowls, maybe a sew along. It's real difficult for me to do a sew along because my rooms is so small that I can't pull the camera back far enough for you to see me and then to see what I'm doing, and that's the problem. I just don't have a whole lot of space, but I will see. It probably would be better as a recorded video that I edit out, because I can give you all the details and I won't be worrying about what the people in the chat are doing. Crumb quilting is something that I can do as a sew along with people. I can talk and do crumb quilting, but I don't know if I will be able to do the bowls. Concentrate on it and then make sure I tell you everything you need to know, but we'll see. June says, did you wrap some with fabric? I wrapped all of them with fabric. I haven't made one where I just use plain rope, and that's because I'm a creature of color. I just love color, and I got plenty of fabric. Cheryl says, the bowls are fun. I was adding a small bowl for holding clips in the swaps I belong to. Cheryl says she used her Janome and my little brothers. They seem to work well on. Yeah, I just feel like some machines, when you start stitching on the rope, and depending on the type of rope you have, you can do it on your regular sewing machine, but I would prefer to do it on a heavy duty sewing machine, just so I don't have to worry about my tensions and stuff, especially on the one that I like to piece on. I like to make sure I keep my piecing machine in order. So, oh no, they're running out of batting. I got plenty of batting. Rachel says, how many rooms do you have? I have this room, the long arm room, and then I also have a so-called scrapbooking room, but the quilting keeps trying to take over in there. So I have a paper crafting area. And that's because every time, well, I had my daughter, this was my daughter's bedroom. It was purple. And so I moved into her room for sewing, and then I was in the scrapbooking room for sewing. It's a little bit smaller, so then I moved up here to sew and left the paper crafting back there. So we're going to go ahead and end this live chat. I just wanted to get through the comments in the box, make sure I didn't have any questions in there, and I will see you all next week. I gotta go figure out what my husband and I are gonna eat, because I'm sure he's waiting on me to decide, since I told him I'm not eating out. So he's just been kind of chilling to see what I put together. So maybe we'll eat breakfast today. We might eat some eggs, some grits or something. I will see you all next time. Thank you all so much for coming in here. Maybe I'll come in before the week's out and do another live with you all, since we're all on lock-in, and see what we're doing. Maybe I'll just do some sewing then, but I don't know what I'm going to sew on, because I don't have that kind of stuff out, because I'm working on the butler. Or maybe I'll just pull you all up while I'm working on the butler. But see you all. Take care, everybody, and stay blessed and stay safe.